Sony's new camera, their new cinema camera, the FX30, is making me want to leave my dream camera, the A7S III. The thing is though, the FX30 isn't full frame, it's APS-C. Is it even worth it? If you're like me, you're probably in the same predicament. In this video, I'm going to talk through why this camera may be my next camera, and why I may be selling my full frame camera just for it. Hey fam, mga kapatid, I'm Mike, nurse photographer and videographer, and I make videos about camera gear and tutorials for new photo and video shooters. The FX30. What does it have to offer? Who is it for? And how will it serve my needs? Is there any alternatives for my camera needs? If so, what are they? Okay, so Sony's new FX30. What's the big deal about it? It's a compact camera rich with camera specs similar to that of a higher end camera, yet at a much more affordable price. My bigger $3,500 camera, its main advantage over the $1,700 camera is its sensor. If you've been photographing and filming for a while, you may have witnessed that the notable differences in image quality between full frame and crop sensor cameras. Although both can produce some fine looking work, I try my best to stack technological advances or advantages against low light and deeper depth of field by using full frame. However, the more that I'm learning and experimenting with lighting in both photo and video, the more I'm starting to enjoy just the art of creating than just nitpicking about sensor size. Beyond this point though, both the $3,500 Sony a7S III and the $1,700 Sony FX30 can film videos at 4K 120 frames per second, 4K 60 frames per second. They both have dual card slots. They both film at 10-bit codecs with 16-bit raw output. And this is just a bit of the information that's actually important to me. $1,700 is probably one of the most highest prices one could spend on a crop sensor camera, but it's justified by the video specs. Before I talk about what I see myself using this FX30 for, tell me in the comments what kind of stuff are you photographing and filming. I do much portrait photography with very occasional landscape photos. In addition, I film these talking head videos and cinematic vlogs. Ultimately, there are 7 things I need from my cameras to do the things that I do and like to do. Number 1, shoot photos and videos. I don't need a viewfinder, but I need a camera that shoots 2 different media types. Otherwise, I'd be rocking the Blackmagic Pocket 4K cinema camera. Number 2, it's gotta have a flip screen. I film myself often and I need to frame myself. For photos, I love to get low shots and other shots that are in awkward angles, so this is helpful. Number 3, dual card slots. I may not be shooting as much client work, but even for myself, I'm just safer with backups. No regrets.
No regrets.
Number 4, unlimited record time. Whether I'm shooting an interview or shooting a YouTube video, I know my memory cards can keep recording, but will my camera keep up? Sometimes we just need more than 30 minutes without interruption. I need that. For number 5, I need a big battery. I prefer 2200 mAh batteries for cameras. It grants me peace of mind and less hassle to have to switch batteries throughout the day, especially when you're filming at 4K. Although I often shoot at 60 frames, I still want that option for 120 frames per second. Any action, sports, or any events, whatever it may be, still can look good. For number 7, autofocus. I'm solo filming myself often and even capturing moments of wifey and I, so I need to have comfort in setting my camera down and forgetting even for a split shuttered second and just have the shot right there and then. Although the FX30 checks all the boxes for me, what gravitates me towards this camera is really embedded LUTs. After shooting most of my videos, I spend much time color correcting and color grading. These videos are pretty routine. If I can just grab the footage from the memory card and put it straight onto my editing timelines, without much manipulation of each clip, I save much time. Plus, if I sell my a7S III, I could get 2 FX30s and not sweat over matching camera footage like when I try to match this a7S III with my a6400. If I'm not selling my a7S III, in order for me to get these embedded LUTs into my videos, I'd have to buy something like the Atomos Ninja 5 monitor. And I don't have the extra money to buy a new monitor and SSD for it. In the end, is it going to be a loss going from a big sensor to a smaller one? Yeah, I'm losing a few stops of dynamic range in my image, crippling myself in low light, and bokeh won't be as amazeballs. However, sensor size isn't everything. The one who creates more is going to grow, and that's where I'm at. I'm playing this long game of YouTube and continuing to photograph and film more and more. So if you have any questions about the Sony FX30, I pre-ordered 2 of them. I'm Mike, and FX30 or not, here's your reminder to go out there and shoot for the life that matters. See ya.